Surprise, surprise, you look at the score, it's 630299, but Antutu reported as this score is abnormal. Hi everyone, Richard here. Look what I have. This is the Xiaomi Mi Pad 5 Pro, the Pro model, which just came in. This is on loan from my friend, and he got hold of this and he's passed it to me for unboxing, so he has not touched it. Very good friend to pass this to me and let me trash it first before he use it. So this is going to be a quick unboxing, and then we will do the setup for the Play Store. Because this is China version, it does not have the Play Store installed, the Google Play Store, but we'll install that and then we'll load up all the games to test. So you can see this very thin box. There is no charger coming with the Mi Pad, and as you can see, it's just the tab. You put it one side and just a box. I think this is just a guide box. So this is just a box with a guide. Oh, do open this box and not think it's just a guide, cause your USB Type-C to 3.5 headphone jack is here. So you do need to open this up and take this out before you put this away. So because it only has a Type-C, it doesn't have a 3.5mm headphone jack, you need this adapter. So you get nothing else here, so there's no charger. You have to have your own charger, USB Type-C charger, or you gotta buy it separately from the Xiaomi. So it's doing the updates when I started it up. So let's discuss about the screen. The screen is actually 11 inches and it's an IPS LCD screen, 120 Hz. Wow, very impressive. And HDR10 Dolby Vision support. So it's actually 2560 times 1600 pixels at the 16:10 ratio. So it's actually about 274 pixel density. So the whole design is glass front. Didn't say if it's Gorilla Glass or not, but it's glass front with the aluminum sides and back. So since we're talking about the aluminum chassis, let's look at the design. This is a Wi-Fi model, so it's different from the 5G model. So there's two speaker grills here. It's stated to have 8 speakers, but there's 2 here. I suspect maybe it's 4, right? And this is the power on button. There's the volume rocker here, and 2 mic at the top, stereo mic. Because this is a Wi-Fi, doesn't have the 5G slot, and 2 more speakers on this side with the USB Type-C, which you need to use the dongle if you want to put the 3.5mm headphone jack. This is how you plug it, and that's the dongle that comes with in the box. And this is the BOGO pin if you want to dock it to a keyboard. So while we're talking about the USB-C, it does support fast charging 67 watt and quick charge 4 and power delivery 3, means you can charge out. And it weighs 515 grams because it's got a large battery. This is a 8600 mAh LiPo battery, so it's quite hefty. So this unit runs on Android 11, is a MUI 12.5 with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 870, Adreno 650. Okay, and it's only this one has 6GB. There's another model which is 8GB, 256GB, UFS 3.1. Okay, so it's quite a fast storage. So now let's try to install the Play Store. But you see, I've set it to English, right? The problem, I'm sure most of us will face, that don't read Chinese. you have the menus is in English, but everything else is in Chinese. So good thing here is I have no idea how to key in this. Let's try if we can do a search on, I don't know why the keyboard is this way, and it's all in Chinese. You can have a look. You can see all the words are in Chinese. I have no idea how to change this, so let me get back to you after I change this to English. If not, there's no way for me to type. Okay guys, so I've finally figured it out. You go down here and you see this Chinese word here. I have no idea what it means. When you click that, you have the option to select English here, right? And there goes, it goes to English. And let's go back. Hopefully it does English. Nah, it's still showing Chinese. Okay, you have to change that to English and try this ENT. Yes, finally I'm seeing a proper keyboard. But is it English? Yes, finally it's English. Okay, once you get it to English, you look at that Google Play Services, and then you find Google Play here. It's actually already pre-installed in the OS, just that you need to update it to activate it. So now it's installing the Google Play Services, and hopefully I can continue installing all the Google apps here, and including some games. So right, let's do a quick benchmark. This is Geekbench 5, and you can see it's a Xiaomi, this model M2105. Android 11, Qualcomm, and 4 cores at 1.8 GHz and 3 cores at 2.42, and then 1 core at 3. So it's like got 8 cores, but one of the core is different from the other 2 sets. So that's an interesting layout. So the benchmark is impressive. It's single core is above 1000 and about 3003 for multi-core. That is because it's the new Snapdragon 870. Well, let's have a look at my Tab S6. Look at the screen. Okay, this is OLED, and you can see the lines on the screen, while IPS doesn't have that. So you can see the specs difference. This is a Snapdragon 855 versus the 870. You get that the 710 and 2386. So granted, this is not the Tab S7. I haven't upgraded yet. So what I'm trying to show here, if I'm going to upgrade from the S6, the Mi Pad 5 Pro is a compelling reason for me to switch to, because both support stylus, and in terms of price ratio, this seems to be more beneficial if I'm going to upgrade from S6 to S7. So if I'm going to upgrade from S6 to S7, I have the option of this Mi Pad 5 Pro. So let's do a test on the Antutu benchmark and see how good is the score. Surprise, surprise, you look at the score, it's 630299, but Antutu reported as this score is abnormal, and it says that the current performance of device is obviously beyond normal level. Device might have adopted up-to-date technology or suspected of cheating. Come on, seriously. Yeah, maybe we have to be cautious on benchmarks, right? So interesting that it shows this results in the Antutu. So probably what I won't get benchmark irregularity in terms of compared to Antutu is the 3D mark. So we can rely on this to get a proper score for that. So it's quick results on the wildlife on the 3D Mark is 4251. So we're going to do a stereo sound separation test, and we'll see which tab does have nicer sound, but I will give it probably to the Mi Pad 5 Pro, but we'll see the difference here. And let's play with the Mi Pad 5 Pro first, and then we'll test it on the Samsung Tab S6 on the audio. Okay, let's try a sound set on the Samsung. Seriously, I've been using the S6 for a long time, since it's out, and I've deemed that the audio from the S6 is very good. But once I heard this Mi Pad 5 Pro, it blew me out because the audio is really good. Okay, the vocals on the Mi Pad 5 Pro is great. The voice is good, and there's a bit of sub bass, whereas the mids on the S6 is much clearer, it's nicer, it's more to the front, and whereas the mids on the Mi Pad 5 Pro is more submerged to the back, but the vocals are to the front, and there's a bit of that bass sound on the Mi Pad 5 Pro, whereas the bass is not that strong on the S6. Alright, let's play some games, and this is Scoopy, and this is by Manson Games. This is Manson Games is a local company that's doing these games for the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Okay, I'm supposed to jump. Oh, I killed the ice cream. I'm supposed to hold it and then jump. Okay, so hold and jump. Oh, I killed myself again. So let's play Rail Racing 3 and have a go, and this is my favorite game. I must say, the 120 frames per second is very smooth. I feel that the image is really smooth on the game. That's why I'm still not used to it, and I have to adjust for the angle of the camera. So this is an interesting screen because it's running at about 120 Hertz, and it's very bright. And I'll need to adapt a bit to the game, and we'll see how. Let's try it again. Let's try another car. It's very smooth. We can play lots of nice games on this 120 Hertz screen. So image is nice, graphics is nice. So before we finish off on the camera, the front facing selfie camera is 8 megapixel and you can do 1080p 30 frames per second video, whereas the rear camera is 13 megapixel and you can do 4K 30 frames per second with it. The higher specs model, which is the 5G model, has a 50 megapixel camera, but this is the Wi-Fi model, so it only has 13 megapixel. But we all normally use the tab for consumption, so 13 megapixel is more than enough. There's no OIS, so you based on the software stabilization if you want to shoot video with this. So there you have it, a quick hands-on with this Mi Pad 5 Pro Wi-Fi edition, not the 5G, and I would say it is a very much great upgrade from what I have. I've been using Samsung tabs and Samsung phones for a long time. I do have other phones and tabs, but if I'm going to upgrade, right, so the Xiaomi Mi 5 Pro is a good compelling, because it does handle stylus, it does handle the keyboard cover and everything that what the Samsung can do. The difference is the price point. I'm getting top-end specs and great sounding speakers and quality build with the Xiaomi Mi Pad 5 Pro, that it really puts Samsung in the light. That means for those people who are not Samsung users or are not Samsung fans, this is a great buy for them, no brainer. For Samsung fans, we feel that this is also a great option. For the price point and the consumption level, that's what the tab does. It's a consumption media. You can work with it, you can use a keyboard, you can use a stylus, and that really will make a great reason to switch, right? So what I'm saying is, Xiaomi is really going to kill Samsung on this level of tabs that they're going to release, and with the price point and the market entry for the tabs that you keep quite some time and you pass it to within your family to use, it's really not much brainer. So Samsung is at a great threat. I feel that way, even though I'm a Samsung user, I feel that. So that explains why their Xiaomi is gaining much market share. With this kind of quality, with this kind of specs, you can't complain much. You actually very glad that this kind of models are coming out. I hope this will give an reason for Samsung to come up with even better tabs. But then again, Xiaomi fans have everything to be proud of on this Mi Pad 5 Pro. Whether it's the 5G or the Wi-Fi, you've got a great deal here, and I highly recommend you guys to go and check this one out, because the audio and the screen is well worth the price by itself. So do have a nice day. Do subscribe to my channel. I'll leave a description to the link to this model. Do subscribe and share it with your friends if you like Xiaomi products, and if you think that they should have a look at this. I'll leave the link for the shop that you can buy on. This is not a sponsored or anything, this is just a loan from my friend, and I'm going to give it back tomorrow. So do help me out on my affiliate links, and do click on it. You may not need to buy anything, but just surf around and have a look. It'll help my channel greatly. But if you're really gonna have a look at this and you're willing to buy, do click on the link and do buy from the links that I shared out. That will help the channel greatly, and I do thank you for your support. Have a nice day, stay safe, and see you on the next video. Bye.